I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Garasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working him while I was in the Congress. I was on the committee that funds Defense and State Department Foreign Operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. An interest in Africa, principal co-sponsor African Growth and Opportunity.
There's a craving that shouldn't be there. There's a child with no bed and nobody cares. There's a woman who prayed for system. And another name.
People must come out to say that when you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongari in Kano, are they living in of course it's Hausa land? Are they living in the forest? They came to the they work very hard. They build houses, they build mansions, build the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that pastoralists were aspiring to be part of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, normally in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me that aspires to be in the century, moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. These are people they have prepared for you. To sell you rounded rent. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you will be more useless than a Hausa peasant. Allow yourselves to be deceived. Things can only get worse. Fulani take over your land. Time and time again, I have warned you on this very matter, but some of you never ever listened. Because in this life will come around. If you support evil today because your benefit, eventually that evil will overwhelm you.
Today they will tell us here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our area, but we will not see any action taking place. That is to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed forces report in progress every week, that state by state. Otherwise, it will be a mess of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you that time is right, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. Just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now. Also, please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator People or ethnic group have chosen to kill innocent children, babies, mother, fathers, uncle.
Life is not easy. Make it take and I want to use this special opportunity to recognize great team Odebojuku. And also forget General Philip Effiong. Okama Daloso. Come to take one woman on the ground. Woman could be way. I ain't enough for call. Airborne. If the government in home, she said, especially recognition to you have been supporting from day one. May you continue to flourish in your device. This is Mazina de Gano, one of Biafra. The Prime Minister, but to be here. Okay, you could get it, Simu Kerek. You come out. Okay, you. Okay, you. Okay, you book a night. No. Okay, you book a man. On your mana giddy bakulo. Okay, you book a man. Well, you book the belle. Okay, you book a man. Okay, you book a man. Mama, because your body. Okay, you book a man. Okay, you book a night. Okay, you book a man. Okay, you book a night. Okay, you book a man. I got colonel rolling. Hey, Chetakwanandubo 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. Onye puru akwa no. Don't give up when he's so close. He's so close. Never you give up, no. Believe in your dreams, brother. Never you say no. Never you down your bed, no. keep on fighting. Mukama, oya balado, oya balado, a big shout out to Mazio Kichukukere. I salute you, my PM, Mazio my money back. Life with when you patient. Great shout out goes to the media team, great talents. They won. Life is a process. No matter how you go about it. Masi Okechukun Omalicha.
Thank you very much, Minister of Infant, Moses Sonny Aparo. Thank you, you and the entire media team. We appreciate everything you are doing for the Biafran people, for your freedom, for my freedom, for all of us freedom. We remember our leader, Ojukwu, accompanied by Philip Efiam. Philip Efiam once said, if the Nigerian government, if the Nigerian terrorists, if the US Nigeria did not treat the Biafran children right, that we will rise up. Here we go. Minister Emenike, North and American Rep have risen up. All of us here have risen up. The Eastern Region admins and executive, they have all risen up. None so here have risen up. All the honorable ministers, Rep admin, we have all risen up. Risen up to do what? To fight for our freedom. To fight for our survival. We are not fighting for fantasy, rather for us to live. Those before us, they fought like a man. They fight very hard. And without the initiative that they have taken, we are here today. They open our eyes. They enlighten us. Our leaders before us, they educate us, and they gave us the reason why we should follow. In Biafra land today, there is ongoing war. The Nigerian terrorist state, the US Nigeria, they have not stopped fighting the Biafran Christians. And the same goal of their father, Usman and Fodo, for them to Islamize us, to overrun us. They are doing everything they can to achieve their goal. The question is that we Biafrans of today, we generation of today, are we going to allow them achieve their goal? Instead of us to come together to fight for this that we believe in, instead of us to come to fight for what we believe in as Biafrans, rather some are chasing shadow. Rather, some are fighting us, that is fighting to free our people. Rather, us to be their enemy. It don't matter what they throw upon us. It don't matter how much they sabotage us. That will not change. That we will be fighting until Biafra is free. All over social media, instead of some Biafrans fighting to free us, to free for our freedom, rather, they choose to destroy our beautiful name. They choose to destroy our reality. They choose to work with the ex-Nigeria and the Islamic terrorist state. It's time we unite together and fight our one common enemy, the ex-Nigeria, the Islamic jihadist terrorists, and them blood-sucking demons. That is who they are. A group of people or ethnic group that have chosen to kill innocent children, babies, mother, fathers, uncle, beheading people like they are slaughtering. These people are evil and barbaric. Any country in the world that supports this evil terrorist state of Nigeria, that have planned and colluded with the Islamic jihadist terrorists and the Fulani to fight the children of light, the Biafran. That country itself is also a terrorist. Whether it's United States of America, whether it is Russia, whether it is China, any country that works with terrorist state is a terrorist. It's time for countries of the world who live in humanity to practice what they preach. If you preach that you are fighting terrorism for no reason, you should support terrorism. If you condemn terrorism, why fund terrorists? Endly. Have been killed in millions. These terrorists have made Biafra land a place where they harvest organs of Biafrans and ship to China, another evil country called China. Very evil. When the leader of the United States of America wake up to do what is right by putting Nigeria as Nigeria in their rightful place, CPC, a country of concern, a country that kill Christian or evil failed state. Why United States make that bold move? Where is Russia? Russia. Why haven't Russia speaking? Why is Putin mute? Rather, Russia want to weigh in and see what US. Know your enemy, Biafran people. Where is China? Have China condemned the killing in Biafra land? Have China condemned the killing of Christians? But this same useless China want to come to your land, loot everything you have, all your mineral resources, they want to extract it without even paying you a dime. You don't even know how they get it out of the country. India, where is all this India? Where they are? All these countries are not speaking. My fellow citizens, if you don't know, you have a lot of enemy. You have a lot of enemy. You are trying to escape from colonial rule, but the Chinese are coming with their own language to start all over. Some train in that country called Nigeria. There are some words that are written in China. How many of you are at school? They want to force you back to study China. Before you know, you start speaking Chinese. Before you know, your daughters people that know language start speaking unknown language. We are not saying we Biafrans can't do business with them, but we don't want them to through the back door. Come through the goddamn front door. If you're a Biafra, you want to travel to China, you have to obtain your visa. You go through their immigration, they vet you properly. But when they come through your land, they come in freely. Through you. You even work for them. There is nothing wrong. We live in a global village. People all over the world travel around. They move around. That of humanity or humankind. That is how God made it. But that don't mean you will leave your own God-given land to unknown territory. You want to take over their resources. You want to dominate them. You want to treat them as second-class citizens. It's time we Biafrans know our enemy. Where is Qatar? They are not speaking. Where is Saudi Arabia? After the amalgamation of the ex-Nigeria, the eastern region with our flag. Do you know Saudi, the flag they actually born in Saudi? A symbol of that, we will suppress you, we will marginalize you, we will take over, we will Islamize you. Saudi Arabia, they don't speak. They will tell you they are more moderate Muslims. And they will use the Islamic jihadist terrorists, foot soldiers, doing the dirty work for them. There's nothing like moderate. They all the same. Know your enemy. Align with you. Love him who loves you. We played with United States of America. to hasten up to do the needful. The leader of the free world, police of the world, and US say, let's go. The rest of the world follow. For some weeks now, please, the media team, we need to do some fine touch in this. It's very important. We don't want what happened in Afghanistan happen in Nigeria. We don't want the United States of America to come to Nigeria in the name that they want to fight the Islamic jihadist terrorists. And in result of that, we don't want them to arm the terror army. If they collude and arm the United States of America should remember, they are arming Boko Haram. They are arming ISIS, Now 70–80% are terrorists. You integrate so-called terrorists to Nigerian military apparatus. That is exactly the country called Nigeria have done. In Afghanistan, after United States of America had equipped over 2-something personnel, military, 1,000. Not over 90% are the same Taliban. After US, what happened? The Afghanistan army swore to the Taliban without putting no fight. Till today, it blew the mind of America. Till today, America is still regretting because America left billions of dollars, billion, not million, equipment. And that actually cause of terrorism you see today. All this equipment, some equipment have landed in the hand of Boko Haram. That is a fact. Some have landed in the hand of ISIS. Guess what? All these have one common goal, one major network. They all work together. Their goal is to Islamize the whole world. Their goal is to terrorize everyone, especially where you have mineral resources like in Biafra. Intelligent intel report from United States of America just years ago made it clear in the year 2030, Nigeria will break up. We don't want to wait till 2030 before we all die. And this intelligent report made it clear that they're trying to make Nigeria a safe haven. And when you say Nigeria, where the terrorists want to have their base is in Biafra land. So they can lay their hand on these resources. And if that happens, they will attack the West. And if that happens, United States of America are also in danger. If that happens, Europe will be in danger. So it's time, instead of United States of America to partner or to try with the Nigerian terrorist military, we have our BD. They should contact the Biafran Republic in exile. We can work out a deal which we already proposed. Work out a deal and counter this terrorism. Counter this terrorism. Very important. Because terrorists, they don't have the same goal with us. They don't have the same ideology. We believe in Western civilization that is built of Christianity and Judaism. What this terrorist Islamic group religion want to do is to set us backward. If we allow them to succeed, instead of us riding our beautiful cars, Lamborghini, Mercedes, name it, we'll go back and be riding on horses. Do you want to go back to 2,000, 3,000 years ago? Then there is no car, no airplanes, where people travel with. How do you want to go back to the time of ages where there is no technology? When we talk about technology, it's not from the people that profess their religion to be the best religion. It's the Christian Judaism that brought us civilization, where I can use my phone just one dial. Somebody in Biafra land, the same second, we pick up, hey, hello, Mazioge. This is what the Western civilizations have brought us. We are fighting Islamic group, whether the moderate from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, wherever, all the technology things that are making life so beautiful today, a magnet from them. Rather from the it's about China. If the United States of America move all their China will go down in less than a second. Just few years ago, in the administration of Biden, the president of China, the US here, with major companies like Elon Musk, have meeting with over 400 businessmen and women, pleading for United States of America men and women not to pull their company out of China. The West lead. Let it be the way it is for now. You can't fight it. We align ourselves with civilization. We align ourselves with the West. We are not. Boko Haram is against Western education. Boko Haram is against civilization. Boko Haram represents darkness. a Biafra, you live in Western world, you enjoy everything enjoyable, and you don't ask yourself question, how do we get here? You have a problem. And if you don't want Biafra land to be like where you currently reside, and you'll be having full electricity, you'll be having the basic amenities, especially from the government of where you live, and you feel comfortable with the days that come with it. You know that in Biafra land, you are worse than Boko Haram. You are evil. That means you don't wish your generation, your family well at all. You don't deserve to live. Or you live in shame. Please, I urge every Biafran. This is about matter of life. We deserve to live. Our life is at stake. If you don't want to live, remember your children. Remember your generation. Remember your lineage. To live. Save the life of the innocent women and children. Now that Biafra is trending, what are you doing? Bringing to the table. What impact have you? How are you supporting this great cause? Are you supporting financially? Are you supporting in awareness? Can you tell we Biafrans the reason why I decide not to support your freedom? Few days ago, there is this rumor that a former criminal terrorist man called Obiana was dead. Some people celebrated. Some celebrate and say, oh, this evil man finally is gone. The reason why is that he's not pure. He don't deserve to live. You as a Biafra, do you want Biafra to celebrate you? Do you want Biafra to remember? Just like the way we remember our leader, Ojukwu. That we're supposed to remember, that also fought during the war. But just because they sabotage our leader, instead of them being in our good book, we have them in our bad book. Some people, I hope, also them. Do you think anything happened to him today? We will cry about it. Rather, we will celebrate that an evil is finally gone. So he go and rest in pieces. And all these evil people that have colluded with the terrorists as Nigeria to kill Biafrans. Even if they died and if they happened that they buried them in Biafra land, when time comes, we'll dig that grave, bring them out, whether it's the bone, remain whatever it is, we'll judge them. We'll do whatever we can. If there's anything like reincarnation or what, so they can't even come back again. We'll make them suffer more. We'll have a place for them, for these evil people, and name it. We actually have a monument for them, like the one I watched a few weeks ago. I don't know whether it's in Japan or wherever, where people go and start slapping them. Evil is not good. If you're one of those practicing evil or doing evil, disease, darkness never win light at all. Where there is a darkness, once light appears, what happened? The darkness disappears. All those that are fighting us before our declaration after Biafra is declared, it's time that you all come back and do what is right. Some of you, it's not your fault. Some of you, you will to believe in the wrong narrative, or maybe I'm the bad guy, or Mazio Gechuku Nkere is evil, he is this, he is that. It's all lie. You've been lied to. You will be welcome if we found out you're not part of this conspiracy of these evil people. We know those that we cannot. And remember, the fight for freedom, you are not fighting for Mazio Nkere. Your son. You are not fighting for Bishop Comfort. First of all, you are fighting for your own freedom. Charity begins at home. You are fighting for your own freedom. And for those that are doing whatever they can to pull me down, what will it profit you if you succeed? What will it profit you if you finally bring Mazio Gechunkere? Will you celebrate it? Then after you celebrate it, what next? Then you do what I'm doing, right? This from evil dependent medias. All the blogging just to make money. You can make money from any means, especially if you're in the media. But speak the truth. They are great news. Destroying a man that, do you know him? Karma is real. All you evil people on the social media, destroying Brgie, destroying the genuine freedom fighters, destroying the name of all the honorable ministers, destroying my name. Remember, karma is real. And you lay your hand, you will not prosper. Every nation war they work against, that is the best I can do for you now. Because I catch you with your bad work. You can less. Reward them. with good deed when you know what is right. If you practice evil, you will be rewarded with evil. For all of you that are lying against us, you to everything that come with you, all your package, sorrow, agony, every nature of earth work against you. The air you breathe work against you. You drink will turn to poison. Because these evil people, their utterances, their words have killed hundreds and thousands of Biafrans. Their evil deed have misled a lot of innocent Biafrans. Some of them, whenever you see them doing their media propaganda with lies, if they don't talk anything evil about Ogere is a criminal. It's a leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It happened that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even asked this question. You know, Nnamdi Kanu is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, have he committed adultery with you? Have he stolen from you? I don't know. Have I collected money before? What do I do wrong to you? All I do is to fight for what I have from. And my fellow citizens, are you not seeing the result? Is the result shocking you? The truth always stands. The prince, her gullible ones. In 6 months' time, they will all be in Biafra land. I know on November. We are now in November. 6 months' time. How I wish. But that's not a hard work. Even Mazi Simon ever said, after our declaration, we will testify in our liberation. And that the Nigerian government will come with everything they have to stop us. And it will take years. Liberation, not something that you just close your eyes, open your eyes, you will liberate the entire Biafra land. We have to put up a fight. It takes time. It's a gradual. And this evil woman went on to say, I have negotiated flight from United States of America with Delta Airlines. I hope that contract with Delta Airlines is still valid. Or former is still waiting. Former and Diane will stay at the front seat. Because those that stay at the front seat, somewhere, they're going to hit something. So you better know what the seat you choose. Those that will stay at the front seat and cabinet members. Because Arabese stay at the pulpit with the pilot. As piloting this one, she must learn how to fly. So you have the first. Diane will be the co-pilot. Solomon Nwasha better come back. I heard you running. Where are you going? Come back here. Onyami in Georgia. When I call this man, trying to educate him a little bit, I said, try to talk to this man with good faith. He among one of those I call. Oh, I call Onyami, I call Go 247. Who else again? Ogodoman. I didn't know. Onyami recorded me and sent it to Go 247. Go 247. Who Go 247? Where are you? These people, they will be at the front of that airline. I will make sure the airline will be the one that will be able to take all of them at once. No going and come back. Because if that airline land in Nigeria, you know what will happen. You not come back. And being so evil, this evil woman said they are negotiating flight from Europe. Ezekiel Air France. The one in Europe, I don't know if they analyze it or not. If it is a woman that loves Biafra, she will also negotiate flight from Middle. We have some honorables from over there. Those that live in North Korea, South Korea, of those going back home, go in the second or third. I remember. In speaking the truth, you're doing what is sleep and sleep peacefully. Wake up knowing that you owe no one. You will not be paranoid like somebody who commit a crime. You know, if it's a crime against state and maybe you are under warrant, the government is looking. If there is enforcement behind you, you will freak out thinking they're coming after you because you know you have a question to answer. But if your heart is pure, you are speaking the truth, you are doing what is right, just like our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said, we are white and whiter than snow, meaning that you have to be pure. I know I'm pure. And I believe majority of us here are pure. Keep the good work. You will be rewarded with blessing. But for the evil one, they always have. The evil will suspend you. That is not enough. They will, after suspending you, they still have rights. They say, no, suspension is not enough. They will say they expel you. That expel is still not enough. They can't still sleep at night because their evil is tormenting them. And then we wake up and turn around with emergency meeting and say, let us expunge him. Who have the best sponge? Let us expunge him. Because they are evil. And the question is that what this man, what have I done wrong? They don't have answer for that. I appreciate the admin rep from each region. Please, all of you from the executive, keep doing good work. Biafra is here. No matter what happened a few days ago, yesterday, those that tried to disrupt this beautiful gathering today, truth prevail. We prevail. The power belongs to the people. They prevail against the evils that people they have planted in our midst. They expose themselves every day. They can't hide their envy, they are just, they can't. For the past few months, and those that call themselves freedom fighters that are fighting for Biafra, they can't even tweet or post our achievement with all these beautiful Congress of the United States of America. They can't even post it because they are ashamed of themselves. When we went for our congressional, even post it because they are not fighting for Biafra. They can't even talk about it. We have one of our own recently have been a strong ally advocating for Biafra. Mr. GOVT, some of these evil people that have disappointed themselves are so angry that GOVT is working with the light, with the people of light, that align himself with Biafra Republic government in exile. That GOVT is not from the zoo. It's from Western world. The way they think is different. And they know how to make their funds, which he did. And he found out the government that is piloting the affair of Biafra. If you have not aligned with these great men and women that are doing the right thing, kindly, Biafra public government in exile still remain the legitimate government. Brgie still remain the tools that will take us to our final destination. Please, we love you. Be part of this wonderful family. Hurry up so we can all do before it's too late. After United States of America, the leader would pronounce that they are coming to Nigeria, the ex-Nigeria, with this blood-sucking. You all have that the terrorist state of Nigeria and the jihadists, they haven't testified. It's like the killing just started. Because that is what they are known for. Terrorists believe in what they are doing. That is what their religion teaches, that is the way of their Allah. They already taught them that it's a holy war. I don't know what make it holy. When they kill Biafran Christians, even the Nigerian Christians. Because the middle belt are still Christians, over 90%. And we Christians all over the world, we love ourselves. We are all brother in Christ Jesus. Please, we play every Biafran government that was shut down recently, the United States of America, that was shut down for some time. And remember, when the government of America shut down, is the government of the whole world we're talking about. Because the decisions made from Capitol Hill affect the whole world. There have been a little bit slow in the process of our freedom because of that. But meetings line up. Very soon, about news. Very soon. Very soon. We'll see the result as usual. We have meetings line up, especially now that Nigeria is designated as country of evil. Every member of Congress want to be on. They want to register their name to deal with that shit or disgrace country. You know, when we used to call Nigeria zoo or shithole country, they don't know that even President Trump even hate them with passion, calling them disgrace. I don't know, what a disgrace country. Embarrassed country. Country where a terrorist is the leader. Country that succumbs to terrorists. To terrorize the citizen. What an evil country. Country that cannot accept when they wrong and make amendment. Shit whole country. Minister, even last year, last bonnet. I will blow a trumpet. Hey, people, let's get out of Nigeria. That I'm about to burn Nigeria. We all remember what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. If it's only one, so be it. Whoever want to go down Nigeria, will burn everything down. We'll start all over. Our God in heaven, according to the holy book, the Bible, made me to understand that only one family and the animals then serve the flock because of people that don't want to listen. When God asked them to support Noah in building this, they refused because of their evil, like she told this great country called Nigeria. Then whoever believed in Noah survived the flood. And what about Sodom and Gomorrah? Lot and his family. Likewise. The same thing we repeat in Nigeria. Any Biafra that decides to be a one Nigeria, that Biafra with the sin of that Nigeria. Only how you will survive is to run away, to escape, to leave the shithole, shameful, disgrace country called Nigeria. Nigeria have killed too many innocent souls. Look at what happened in Lucky Togate. The same called Nigeria. Open fire on innocent civilians. Even these innocent civilians are waving the flag of that dirty, useless Nigeria. Not this flag. They are waving that their green, white flag, evil flag. They are still gunned down by Nigerian military. I play with every Biafran. So with passion, joy. Be happy when you support your freedom, knowing that your family, your generation will have a better life. Yesterday, I received a message from that they will be working in one of the buildings. And they told me from what time to what time. And the light went off. And exactly when they said that we turn the light back on, they turn it back on. Something like that cannot happen in that shithole country called Nigeria. You don't even know when they take the light and when they will bring it back. Sometimes they take the light for hours, for days, for weeks, for months, for years. Teachers will go on strike forever. 6 months, 7 months. Sometimes people will work for a whole year without being paid. What a shithole, disgraced country. Country without sewage system. Country without no steady electricity. Country without running water. Country without good infrastructure. Country that thinks where when our kids graduate, they can tell me what joy. Those of you that believe, what joy did Nigeria give you? How have Nigeria benefit your life, make you a better person? Peter Obi, a former president, an evil man, as one of those terrorist people. Peter Obi, they are breed criminals, because he is a criminal as well. I know because of time and our Biafrans, those from homeland, we know what they are going through. Some of them are using their power. Some don't have light. You know, I feel so sorry that, you know, I'm even feeling guilty that I have tuned in for past 2, 3, 4 hours. Sometimes they keep up. How do they charge their phone, their gadgets, to be in this Zoom with us? A darkness country. This is what they brought to us for 100 years, and we want to put a stop to it. My fellow citizens, eastern region of Biafra land, this is exactly what we are fighting for. So we can have a full, steady life, the basic amenities, things that live and live better and want to. We appreciate that you all have put on from homeland. Please keep doing the homework, keep doing evangelism. I say evangelism, I didn't say go from houselessness. You can do it in workplace, marketplace. You can talk to neighbors, those that you know that will not betray, but there's too many saboteurs everywhere. Talk to your fellow citizens that Biafra is here. Send message to Tinubu, Shetima. We will destroy them from Washington, D.C. here. This is your. Can you in a shithole country called Nigeria don't even have ambassador in Washington? For years, a lobby. A disgraced country. Fellow citizens, I have spoken for quite some time now because I don't know why no one is keeping the time for me. I'm sorry if I take too much time. Keep your freedom our here, and for a few weeks now, Biafra is trending. And in Europe, we are making things happen. Allies and those that believe in what we are doing, just like GOVT. You know, there's a lot going on behind the scene, and it will soon manifest, just as usual. We have passed the time that will come and say what we're not going to be able to do. And we also want to remind the Nigerian terrorist state, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, jump bail. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit crime. The Nigerian terrorist state commit crime against Mazi Nnamdi. If anything happens, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a trap for them. Obasanjo, what the Nigerian terrorist country state probably thinking the Biafran people not going to be able to do, we are running out of patience. No one has monopoly of violence. No one has monopoly of taking anyone's life. Not like Dangote, that fool that Nigeria gave all the whole major businesses to operate and make him richer than eBay to another. Nobody have monopoly. All these Fulani that look like bonga fish, tata, dirty pigs, they don't look as one. They are not more educated than us too. You can't compare darkness. Just that my people need to rise up. If they come with AK-47, you go with AK-10,000. If they come with one, you match them with 10. Please, if you know you can support Honorable Minister of Information, please, if you can put the website or anyone there can showcase the website where go there, support. We have us that are living in IDP camp that this Nigerian terrorist state have chased out of their home. We are fighting these places back and liberate our land. And our families need to from IDP camp. It requires money to do all that. It requires money to liberate our land. It requires money to take care of our children, family members. Please support. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Don't starve Nigeria and come back in disgrace. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. We can never be Nigerian. Aisha Yusuf, that don't used to speak, her video trending last week. She made it clear that this union, if we can't renegociate, let us go back to how we were before. We Biafrans are not out to renegotiate anything. We want to exit. We don't want to be part of those who don't like us. We don't want to be part of these Islamic jihadist terrorists that are cancer. Anywhere they go, they are so destructive. Buy everything. They turn every shit hole. We want to be part of this civilized world. We want to be part of those that live and let live. So we can move forward. We don't want to go backward. We don't want to go back to 1,500, 2,000 years backward, where there is no car, where there is no electricity, where there is no airplanes to travel around. Of light, not back to darkness. Citizens, please don't let anyone break your spirit. Let me, how many of us here? Sometimes I myself just confess it here. Don't use this against me. Sometimes I myself, they weigh me down, but it's not working. When you look at the load need to be done, you're like, how do we get here? Yes, don't let no one break your spirit. Fear him who can break your spirit and take your life, which is Jehovah God, our God in heaven. Don't let no human being born of a woman to break your spirit. They try to break our spirit by disrupting our movement, by breaking us into pieces, by disrupting our funding system, by bringing disunity among us. Mandes na mamu about more people everywhere. Don't let no one break your. I know they are watching me. They are watching me. No again win. You can't break my spirit. This time around, we must get it right. And we must be free. All of us that thought that Mazio Gechukunkere will not be able to do anything. Have fun. At the end, the international bodies come trying to have meeting with us. Who did they approach? You all watched my podcast with GOVT. How was it? Why he didn't go to the fake saboteurs? You all watched IT coming from DC. All these saboteurs. What have they proved? What have they shown? What have brought to the table? We have had congressional hearings. Marco Rubin was attended as well. We have had a series of meetings coming from Washington. All these saboteurs that want to break our spirit, how many have they had? They should leave us alone. The table will turn, and if they are not careful, when they come to beg for forgiveness, it might be too late. Because a whole lot of them are accountable. Enough is enough. Freedom, thank you for me. Don't let no one break your spirit. Hashtag, don't let no one break your spirit. Everything they are doing is to break our spirit, to win. Don't let that happen. Remember years ago, us are there thinking, praying. When we Washington hear us, am I speaking? When we Washington listen to us, but it have happened. It's happening. It's happening now before your very own eyes. You are still doubting. Thomas, it's happening now before your very own eyes. And you don't want to move from where you are. But because of your ego, jealousy, please, don't do anything. Do it because of Biafra. When I go to watch, I don't know I'm Biafra. If I'm good now, believe. If you are Biafra, still live. Please, if you hate me, you can hate me. But do what is right. For the sake of Biafra, make sure our BDF get what they want. For the sake of the children, for the sake of the innocent, unborn children, our generation from here, they will.
Yeah, wonderful Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location and your time. Welcome you once again to this very episode of the questionnaire on this very day, the 17th day of November 2025. Please, anywhere that you are watching us from, subscribe to our channel, share this information for other people to to get the message as well. I appreciate all of you that have joined me this morning. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have just listened to our acting Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Brgie. He's appealing to Biafrans to come out and support the freedom of our people, to support your own freedom. The freedom of Biafra is your freedom, is my freedom. So we must support it. I just want to use the opportunity and this medium to let everybody understand that our freedom is here with us. Our freedom is here with us. So it is our responsibility to grab it with our two hands. The Biafran Republic government, as under the leadership of Ogechukwu, is doing everything within its power with our lobbies and our attorneys to make sure that the American government recognizes Biafra. They are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that American government recognizes Biafra. So anything that you are going to do, you must do things in accordance to what is happening, in accordance with the government, in accordance with Brgie, in support with our APM. That is why this time we are calling everybody. If you want the result, if you want Biafra today and tomorrow, in conjunction with what our APM is doing in Washington, D.C., then you should beef up your support for our freedom. If you want Biafra today and tomorrow, it is through your support that this Biafra will come. The acting Prime Minister Ochukwu is doing his bit. The cabinet members of Brgie are doing their bit. You that is outside this struggle, what are you doing to make sure that your people are free? Biafran Republic government in exile is the only body that is known in Washington, D.C. that is representing the Biafran people for this freedom cause. So if you are not aligning with BRGIE, then it means you are not in support of what we are doing. You are not in support of our freedom. If you are following Ngozi Orabueze, you listen to our APM. Some months ago, Ngozi Orabueze told her listeners or her supporters that, oh, she's having a contract with an airline to take them to Biafra land. And you ask yourself, is Biafra land free? Are we a free people? Have we liberated our land out of Nigeria? So why would this woman now come and tell you people that, oh, Biafra land is free, go to the homeland, she has paid for, have contractual agreement with an airline to take you back to her land? All those things are scam. All those things are scam. If you are a Biafran and you want Biafra, I want you to visit the website of BGIE, www.biafrarepublicgovernmentinexile in small letters.org. Visit it. You can be able to know, get first-hand information on what the Biafran Republic government in exile have done, what it has done, and what it will do in the nearest future. The plans of our BRG in Washington, D.C., the achievement of the BRGIE beast, what the government have achieved so far, how the government have represented Biafrans before Washington, D.C. All these things, you are going to see them on the website of Brgie for you to confirm who is actually fighting freedom, who is actually speaking for you. That is for your confirmation. So that whenever you know that your money, you are not spending it in vain. You know that your money is going to the right source or to the right channel. You know that your support is being used judiciously. You know that your donation is doing wonders in Washington, D.C. So I want you to support Brgie if you want results in Biafra. If you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, if you want our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa out of the detention, it is the actions of Brgie in Washington that is going to free them out of the hostages of their host countries. It is the action, the lobbying effort of our lobbyists in DC that is going to force the Nigerian government to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Law courts are not going to release him. It is also the lobbying effort of our lobbyists that can force the Finnish government to release Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to come on board and support the Biafran Republic government in exile under the leadership of Ogechukwu Nkere at this particular time. You know, a lot of people makes a lot of mistakes. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, was kidnapped, people thought that that is the end of the liberation. That is the end of Biafra. They thought that nobody is going to fight for Biafra again. Until they saw Simon Ekpa, even as the Ekpa, some people did not still come to join, support what we are doing. Because according to them, they believe that the only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is going to bring freedom. It is they believe that it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that have the mandate, or that is he is the only one that was chosen. Nobody else is going to help him to get Biafra. Until when Simon Ekpa came on board, most of the people who did not support Simon Ekpa because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are now supporting the Nigerian government. So when Simon Ekpa came on board, a lot of people also joined because they saw what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing in Simon Ekpa. They saw that Simon Ekpa was also working according to the template of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We followed him. And when the Nigerian government saw what is happening, they now started accusing Simon Ekpa of taking over the airways. They started committing a lot of genocide in our land in order to discourage people from supporting Simon Ekpa or supporting Biafra. When Simon Ekpa was also arrested in Finland in 2024, November 18th, a lot of people also thought that that is the end of Biafran restoration of freedom, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is inside, Simon Ekpa is inside, and therefore a lot of people saw it as an opportunity to betray the movement as an opportunity to cash out, as an opportunity to make more money for themselves. They forgot that when God wants to do something, he puts a group of people in place in order to accomplish that task. So that in came and came and cause, once you know this one, you don't know the other one. So when Ogechukwu Nkere now came on board, a lot of people also underestimated him. A lot of people also followed him and supported him. When the Nigerian government saw that this Biafra issue is something that is unstoppable, tried to bribe a lot of Biafrans who were part of Simon Ekpa in order to see if they can stop the Biafran restoration from inside. They tried, but they didn't succeed. They underestimated Ogechukwu Nkere. They thought that this Biafra freedom is individual capacity. It is not about your individuality. It is about the will of Chukwu Okike Abiama for Biafrans to be free out of Nigeria. So when Ogechukwu started making positive impact in Washington, D.C., those who did not believe on him were flabbergasted. They started attacking him. They started all manner of propaganda against him. They say he has criminal record. He's a Nigerian agent, just like they called Simon Ekpa. They started to attack him for no just reason. Some say he's a usurper of power. Some say he has many positions. That was their cross against Ogechukwu Nkere. They were not considering what Ogechukwu Nkere stand to bring to the table. They were not considering what he has to offer in Biafran liberation, considering his position and considering his country of residence. But those who underestimated Ogechukwu Nkere can now see that Ogechukwu Nkere, just like he said was actually a messenger that was sent to deliver Biafra at this particular time. So a lot of people stopped their funding, stopped their support because Simon Ekpa was not there. The same thing, a lot of people stopped their support, stopped their funding because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not there. Even as some were stopping, others were coming on board when they see the positive impact that Ogechukwu Nkere and the Biafran Republic government in exile is making in Washington, D.C. And of course, everybody can now see the congressional briefing, first ever congressional briefing of Biafra in Washington that took place in Washington, D.C. was under the leadership of Ogechukwu Nkere. Congressional testimony that happened where people testified. Ogechukwu Nkere was among those who testified against Nigeria in Sam Lantos humanitarian congressional briefing. He testified. His testimony was on record. He testified and presented a lot of evidences against Nigeria and Nigerians' atrocities against the Biafran people. So it is no longer propaganda that Ogechukwu Nkere is in Washington, D.C. Oh, he's going there to take pictures. Is this, is that. Everything that he has done, every achievement of Ogechukwu Nkere and Biafran Republic government in exile is there documented on Biafran website. So go there and feed your eyes. Go there and educate yourself. The reason why I have come this morning is to ask Biafrans. Ndị be anyị si anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ọgba ezigbote ụfụfụ. Now that a lot of you are seeing what is happening in Nigeria, see what is happening in Nigeria because of the activities of Biafran Republic government in exile in Washington, D.C. It's high time every one of you support the Biafran Republic government in exile so that better results will be coming out from Washington, D.C. You remember, Ogechukwu Nkere have also presented some documents to the American government, a kind of, having, a kind of business conversation. Let me see if I can, okay, business conversation about Biafra. He has presented proposals before the American government for Biafra, for our own interests as well as the interests of the Americans, because you don't expect America to recognize you having any interest that they are going to benefit from. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. So why he has presented propositions for America, why we are still waiting for them to accept the proposals and as well work according to the promises, according to the issues raised in the propositional document. It is also behoves or rests on each and every one of us to continue to fund the Biafran Defense Forces, because we can't say that now that we are discussing with America, we are their allies. We have made some proposals before them. We are tabled it before the Congress. So therefore, we should relax and fold our hands. No, if we do that, the terrorists will come and overrun us, and we are going to start from square one again. So why Americans are going through that proposals, where they are going through that, where it is benefiting them and where they are going to weigh it, how beneficial it is to the American government before they can be able to act. And I believe that is why there is a delay in their response. But why these delays are going on, we the Biafran people, those of you that know that you actually want freedom, you have to support the Biafran Republic government in exile so that we can pay the Biafran Defense Forces, we can buy their logistics, we can kit them, okay? We can buy all the arms and ammunition that they need in order to protect our land. They need funding so that they will continue to do the work that we are waiting for America to take the decisive step towards stopping the genocide that is happening in our land. As you all know, Nigeria hates each and every one of us with passion. And we need to stop Nigeria, because Nigeria is also fighting to stop us from being free. That is the reason why Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. That is the reason why Simon Ekpa is still where he is. So we should not rest. We are not going to keep quiet and wait for America while doing nothing. The Biafra Republic government in exile lobbyists need to be paid. Attorney also need to be paid. Our leaders, a court case, the lawyers, although I don't know whether they are still paid. Even that of the case of our prime minister in Finland, it is the BRGIE that is offsetting all these bills. So you can see that we have a lot of work at hand. Our APM, the government, have a lot of work loaded in their hands, and they cannot do it alone. With the little resources that is coming on our Saturdays and Sundays donations, may not be enough. Why we have individuals who are throwing money here and there. Why we have people who call themselves millionaires and billionaires and their land is under invasion and their land is being terrorized by the Nigerian state. There is no Igbo man or a Biafran man or woman today that don't know that what we are passing through in our land is being orchestrated by the Nigerian state, that it is state planned or state sanctioned. So if you know that the Nigerian government is responsible for the harassment, irresponsible for the kidnapping, irresponsible for the intimidation, when you are going to, in this festive period now, those who are traveling are going to face a hectic time on the road. Because if you can't travel by air, those of you traveling by land risk being kidnapped by the terrorists. If you are not kidnapped, that money you could not pay the terrorists, you pay it on the road. Every 100 kilometers, you see military checkpoint, you see police checkpoint, you see Air Force checkpoint, you see naval checkpoint, you see every kind of, all the security apparatus in Nigeria. They have now stationed every 100 meters checkpoints in Biafran territory, and in each checkpoint people have to pay money before they can get to their destination. So if you are going from Lagos to the southeast, before you get home, you might have exhausted all your finances. And we have politicians who are not doing anything about it. This is to prove to you that the government is actually in support of what is happening. And you that know that the government is in support of what is happening, you see that there are people who want to be free in order to stop all these extortions from Biafra land. Yet you are not supporting these people so that you yourself can be free from all these extortions. It's very, very unfortunate. So we are calling and appealing on Biafrans worldwide, anywhere that you are, join the Biafran Republic government in exile in supporting the freedom of the Biafran people. Our freedom is very, very important. We understand a lot of you are living large and well. You don't care. Your children can live overseas. You have bought properties abroad. So your children can live in abroad and leave the rest of the masses at the mercy of the Nigerian state, their terrorism, and their Boko Haram police. We understand that. But you have to understand that also chụwakwanụ God, ị kwesịrị inwe ebe ị ga-agbanata. And that place is your home. There is no place like home. And that is why we are appealing to you as a Biafran. 10 AJ, 20 AJ, 500 AJ will not kill you as somebody, will not bankrupt you as somebody who is working in diaspora. Using that money to support your freedom on a weekly or monthly basis is something that we have the BRGIE to do a very wonderful work added to the one they have done. Because the men of the Biafran Defense Forces are high in number, over 100,000 men that the BRGIE are taking care of. So if the logistics are not there available, you will see that the Nigerian government will start overwhelming them. And if you feel that you want to see what BRGIE has done since 2022 or since 2021 that our leader was kidnapped up to this moment, you go to the website, you are going to see wonders that the BRGIE have done in relation to our freedom. Ogechukwu Nkere have met a lot of senators, rep members, Democrats and Republicans, and each time he meets them, he talks about Biafra. When you visit our website, you'll be convinced that a lot happened and a lot is still ongoing. And that is why we are appealing to you to financially support the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is your government. It is for your own good and for our own good and for our generation, even yet unborn, because there is no place like home. The atrocities that is happening in Nigeria, if not the actions and the presentations that our APM have done in Washington, D.C., Nigeria would not be held accountable or responsible for all this genocide that is happening. Or who do you think that did it? Most of the people are trying to take glory for it. But the truth is that it was the Republic government in exile, our lobbyists and our attorneys, in conjunction with our APM, that made it happen. That made it happen. Because the APM has been able to present evidences upon evidences upon evidences against the Nigerian state. Because America cannot work without evidence. So America cannot work on what they see on social media. No. There has to be evidence presented to it, one-on-one, for them to believe what is happening. Because if it's about social media, what about AI? So all these things, all this talk that Donald and the congressmen and women, the senators are talking about Nigeria is as a result of the wonderful job that our APM and our attorneys have done in Washington, D.C. And we must capitalize on it to press harder so that America will act very fast. So your support is needed as well, Biafrans. Your support is very much needed and welcome. Stop sitting on the fence. Biafra is a no one's business. It is not for one person. Biafra is for each and every one of us. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter where you belong. As long as you want Biafra, you should be able to know who is actually fighting for that Biafra. Yes. So most of you that are supporting the DOS, you are supporting the IPOB Nigeria. How can you be supporting IPOB Nigeria when, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, there is nothing that you can say that IPOB Nigeria have done or DOS have done for this Biafran free that you can hold in your hand and say, yes, you can give an evidence or give us a reference as an example of what they have achieved when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped? Absolutely nothing. So why will you continue to support DOS? Why will you continue to support IPOB Nigeria? That you are wasting your money. Bring your money to Biafran Republic government in exile. This is the only body that American government that is representing Biafran people. Or is it Ogechukwu? Or is it Ngozi Onagweze? Tell me, since 2024, this is a year now, that Ngozi Onagweze broke away out of Brgie. What can you say that Ngozi Onagweze have achieved that you can say this is a reference that is tangible, that the world have reference, the Nigerian government have reference, or the international media have reference as an achievement of what Onagweze have brought to the table? There is none. If there is, please show us. That is the kind of evidence, verifiable evidence, that can convince somebody that yes, somebody is doing something. There is none. The only thing you will see is on social media ranting. Oh, Biafrans should defend themselves. Oh, the military have been decentralized. Oh, Nigerian government this, Nigerian government that. There is no evidence to prove that Ngozi have done anything. What about Siarusi, Ema, and all the rest of them? What can you say, since these people broke away and you followed them? Most of you followed them. What can you say that you can hold very dear, that at least this is what CRC brought to the table? This is what they achieved before Simon Ekpa, our leader, is released. So if you are not a foolish person, why are you following all these people? If you are not an idiot, if you are not somebody that is unreasonable, why will you follow all these people who are bringing nothing, who are contributing nothing for your freedom? But you saw, or you are seeing BRGIE handwork on social media. You have a website, you can go and click on the link there, and you can be able to get series and series and series of information. You can get series on series of meetings and photos, communiques that our APM have had with Washington, D.C., with policy makers in America. They are verifiable. Yet, after seeing all these things, you cannot support our government. It means that you are the enemy of Biafra. Yes, that is actually what it means, because if you are really fighting for freedom, you don't give a damn where that freedom is coming from. You don't give a damn who is at the head or who is pushing for that freedom to come. Because a lot of you hate Ogechukwu Nkere, not for anything else, but for the fact that you say, oh, he doesn't know how to speak English. Because is China speaking English? Is Russia speaking English? Even Ukraine, are they speaking English for their freedom? In their country, are they speaking English? What matters is somebody who have what it takes to liberate his people. It is not about English. Some of you hated to support BRGIE because you say Ogechukwu Nkere is not speaking English or doesn't know how to speak English well. Who English? But merely looking and seeing how Ogechukwu Nkere is meeting with cabinet members in American Congress. Is he speaking Igbo to them? If he does not speak English, then how has he been able to communicate with Ted Cruz? How did he communicate with Brian Matz? How did he communicate with Mike Johnson? How is he communicating with policymakers in America if he doesn't know how to speak English? You that know how to speak English, you cannot even get close. But because of your envy, hatred for Ogechukwu Nkere, you don't want to support your freedom. Are you supporting Ogechukwu Nkere for his freedom, or are you supporting the government for your own freedom and the freedom of your children? Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said, Onye mara ihe ọ ga-eme ka Biafra bịa ya mee ya. Our leader even told us that if he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sees somebody that is doing it better than himself, that he is going to support that person. This should be the mindset of every Biafran. This should be the focus of each and every one of us, to see what we can do, or to see somebody who we can project and support for our freedom to come. Now that we have seen what Ogechukwu Nkere is doing with our lobbyists in America, why won't you support him to achieve that Biafra all of us want? Why? It is very, very sad that envy, jealousy, and greed and hatred is making you to hate a man for nothing. A man that is actually doing all he could to free Biafra out of the bondage of Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done like a button. He has been running that race since 2012. And on 2021, he dropped the baton to Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa, since 2012, since 2021, until 2024, he dropped the baton. Ogechukwu Nkere is with the baton at this time. Why won't you support him? Why the baton is still with him? Because he is doing exceptionally well. And it is not about Ogechukwu Nkere. That is the bottom line. That is what our people should understand. It is not about Nkere as a person. It is about our collective freedom. So why won't you support him? So that we can be free as a people. Then when we are free, we can go home and, sort out ourselves anyway we have offended ourselves. But what we're not going to tolerate is for you to come and start fighting against the freedom that Ogechukwu Nkere is trying to help and bring to the Biafran nation. That is what we are not going to tolerate. And that is why everybody that joined hands with the Nigerian government to destroy our freedom is going to pay a price for that. And for those of you who are asking what have we achieved, Brgie under Ogechukwu Nkere have achieved a lot. Have achieved a lot. The number, it is innumerable. I cannot mention them. Brgie under Ogechukwu Nkere have done a lot of homework and have achieved a lot of positive results. More importantly, the one that you are seeing now, where America is now calling out Nigeria for Christian genocide, who are predominantly Christians, is it not Biafrans? So when you say Christians, you think that America can just come out and say Biafrans? No. Christians will be the name they are going to use. So I can see somewhere where Banyan. If you know, you know. You have to enter from somewhere. That is what is playing out at this time. So we are calling on everybody, because as it stands now, the government needs funding. Biafra needs funding. We need to fund our recognition. We need to fund our recognition. We need more lobbyists to lobby for Biafra. And all these are capital intensive. I don't know how we can get our people who are doing well all over the world. They need to come on board this time around that America is speaking. Join hands together with Brgie and make things happen. They should come on board and join hands with Ogechukwu Nkere and let us be free once and for all. Once we are free, then everybody can settle our differences. Even if you cannot support us, then you can as well give us a loan. Where government is now telling you 100% interest rate on any amount of money, it doesn't matter how much that you loan to the government. The government is going to pay you. Biafran government will pay because we have money. We have resources in our land. We have resources in our land, no matter how many $1 trillion you give to the Biafran government, so that we can be able to free ourselves out of Nigeria. When Biafra is fully restored, if you pay 1 trillion, Biafran government will repay you back 2 trillion. Because we are appealing to you people, those of you who are well to do in Washington, D.C., in America, in Europe, in Asia, anywhere that you are and you are well to do financially, loan our government some money, and 100% interest rate will be repaid to you when Biafra is fully restored. So join BRGIE, support BRGIE, so that results go boku. Nigeria is crying, and they are crying because of what BRGIE is doing. No other person is doing it. Even their own newspapers have confirmed it. Okay? They have already confirmed it, that it is as a result of the lobbying of BRGIE that present Christian persecution, the fraud burner. And we accept that. Yes, of course, that is the fact. So we need money. We need money, Biafrans, to support Biafran government, so that other lobbyists will come on and make this happen once and for all. A lot of things has been done as well, and I'm going to share it. You can see where our information minister was also enumerating some of the successes of BRGIE under Ogechukwu Nkere. So I'm going to share it so that you are going to hear and listen while I still allow people to come on board and make their contributions. Come on board. Uh, Jamfuri, good morning from here. Thank you for joining me.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning. Special good morning
What's
to you, sir. Today,
up? Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Well done, sir. Can I go ahead?
Go ahead, my brother. You're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Greetings, great Biafrans all over the world. Greetings to all the entire Biafra Defense Forces, the defenders of our land. Greetings to Biafra Liberation Army. Greetings to the Biafra Resistance Fighter, the Biafra Marine, who happen to be the Navy. Greetings to every armed group that has risen up, that has stood up so boldly, bravely, and gallantly to defend the babies, women, and children of Biafra, to defend the civilian populace, especially the Christians upon whom this genocide has been declared and being carried out. Greetings to every other religion that is found on the Biafran territory. As in, we value lives, we value every religion, so long as you believe in live and let live, so long as you believe in peace. We value all, and the Biafra Defense Forces are the ones responsible for defending these people. They are the reason why the cry we hear from Plateau today, we hear from Benue today, we hear all over the place they call Nigeria today is not happening in the Biafran territory, which happens to the old eastern region. That territory where mothers, where women tied to peace wrapper. The only reason why that place is relatively safe today is because of the existence of the Biafra Defense Forces. And we send our greetings to all of them. Greetings to every armed group that is protecting innocent civilians. Thank you so much. Thank you for defending us with your blood and your strength. This is the price that we can never repay, but it's only freedom of Biafra that will repay the price. So we really salute you. Greetings to all our leaders from time immemorial. starting from the days of PEOPLE.NDIGBOO.BIAFRANS, Philip Effiong, Ralph Wazirike, Mazi Nandikano, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and to the current acting Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu Kiri, as well as the Honorable Minister of Information.
We can't hear you. Reg, are you there? Maybe Reg is having some challenges. So, yeah, Biafrans. Reg, we can't hear you. Yeah, just like we are saying, just like our brother Reg was saying, you know. Can you hear me? It is very, very sad and very, very unfortunate that a lot of people are not supporting what we are doing. But they say they want Biafra.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I was kicked out by the network. So I was
Okay,
even
go
asking you,
ahead.
I was asking if you could hear me. I did not hear anything from you, so I had to go out and come back again. So,
Okay.
like I was saying, greetings to as many that turned up for the Eastern Region fundraising yesterday. May God replenish your pocket. The person that spends, that invests on freedom, makes a wise investment. The person that invests on the defense of the lives of babies, women, and children makes the right investment. The person that invests on stopping the genocide upon Christians makes the right investment. That is what we just did yesterday. I would really want to say a very big thank you. And looking at it all over the world today, people are fighting so hard. They are working so hard to see that they retain their identity. All over the globe, you can see invaders, foreigners trying to take away people's land, changing people's culture, values, and the ways of life. And the whole world is resisting them today, starting from the United States of America to Britain, to Australia, to Canada, to France, to Finland, to any part of the world, even here in Biafra land, people are rising up to keep their identity, to make sure that their lands are not being taken away from them, to see that their values are not being changed by all these Islamic jihadists who are on rampage just to conquer people's land, just to enslave people, to change people's ways of life, to change people's culture, values, and religion. People rising up today to resist that, to take back their inheritance, to take back their value systems, to take back their religions, their identity. But unfortunately, it is only
Network have struck again. Yeah, it is time we take back our land. It is time each and every one of us support the fight to free Biafra land from Nigeria. Because Nigeria have destroyed a lot of our people. Nigeria is not a place for habitation for Biafrans.
Mazi. I sincerely apologize. It's the work. Please, this is the reason why we
Yes,
are
no
fighting
problem.
for. This is the reason why. These are some of the reasons why we are fighting for a nation. We are fighting for a country called Biafra,
Yes.
where the internet will not frustrate us whenever we are speaking. Like I was saying, it is only a Nigerian that is comfortable in the foreign identity that has been given to him. It is only a Nigerian that is comfortable in the foreigner changing his value system, in the foreigner changing his identity, in the foreigner changing his ways of journey, his culture, changing everything that he represents. It is only a Nigerian that is comfortable in seeing that happen. That we Biafrans, we don't tolerate that, we don't stand that, we don't accept that. That is why you see us fighting today. I hope I can still be here, Mazvi. Have I been kicked out again?
No, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is why we are fighting. This is why we are speaking. We fight because we want to keep who we are. We fight because we want to keep our values, our culture, our identity. We want to keep our traditions. We want to keep our religions. This is why we fight. This is why we speak. We fight because we respect our women. We respect our babies, women, and children. We fight because we respect our traditions, because we want to retain who we are. From these Islamic jihadists who come from Arab, who come from Fulani, who come from I don't know where. This is why we fight. This is why we speak. So we are doing the right thing, and we are inviting all our people. If your mother ties two-piece wrapper, you are a Biafran. If you claim you are not a Biafran and your mother is tying two-piece wrapper, then you must be the biggest fool, because the question you ought to ask yourself is, why is it that my mother from Isoko is tying two-piece wrapper? The mother of David Unana from Igbo is tying two-piece wrapper. The mother of Mazi Sone Akparawa is tying two-piece wrapper. The mother of people from Ika, from Anyoma, they are tying two-piece wrapper. From Ijo, from Ishekiri, they are tying two-piece wrapper. Even that goat, Omokri, I wonder why they will call person Omokri, which means goat, and the person will still be behaving like goat. His mother ties two-piece wrapper. Ask yourself, why is it that a mother from Igodomigodo, which is today Edo, is tying two-piece wrapper? That shows you your natural boundary, because the enemy tries to match us by taking away the history, how they try to cancel our togetherness, how they try to disunite us, how they try to divide us, and they took away the history of how they try to divide us. But God, being a mercy, did not allow them to take away that our natural boundary, which is two-piece wrapper for our women. They did not take it away. They did not take the 4 market days away. They did not take our value systems, the kind of food we eat. They don't take it. They did not take it away. They did not take our religions away, which is predominantly Christianity, traditionalist, and Jewish. That is who we are. They did not take all of these things away. These are questions you need to ask yourself. So we are inviting you, come and support your freedom, come and join in this freedom. It is only a foolish man, it is only a foolish man or a foolish woman that you will beg to come and support his freedom, to come and support her freedom. A wise man who knows that the name Nigeria is not an indigenous name to that territory where our mother title is from, who knows very well that the name Nigeria is a foreign property. It's a
Exactly. The name Nigeria is a foreign property. Nigeria is a business center for the British. They eventually handed it over to the Fulanese. That is why anything can happen in Nigeria, and nobody is being held responsible. Go ahead.
I tell you, Mazi, and they will not stop us. So when you know fully well that the name Nigeria is a foreign name that is imposed on the indigenous people on their indigenous land with the purpose of taking away their identity, not for the benefit of the indigenous people, but for the benefit of the owner of that name, Nigeria, for the benefit of the foreigner, for the benefit of the stranger who is managing Nigeria today in the name of Fulani and the political stooges that have been bought over. If you are aware of all of these facts, then you will not need anybody to come and beg, to come and plead with you to support your freedom. You must understand that even this foreigner that brought the name Nigeria did not impose the name on us for both our benefit and his benefit. No, the name doesn't benefit us. Because when you find yourself under that umbrella called Nigeria, you find yourself under slavery. You become like a commodity. You become like a product to the owner, to this foreigner that owns this foreign, that takes away your original identity. And this is what we have been. This is why we suffer so much. This is why we are killed so much. This is why we are enslaved so much. But a wise man, when he knows that he's been in slavery and somebody comes to him that there is a way of escape, there is a way to be free, it is even the wise man or the wise woman that will be asking you, so what is the way? What do we do? How do we support in this journey to freedom? Are we going to need gari to eat along the road? I have some gari here. Are we going to need some cash? I have some cash here. Are we going to need some fish? I have some fish here. It is the wise man, wise woman will be so inquisitive to know his or her contribution to the process of getting out of the slavery into freedom. There's sometimes when you see us preaching to our people, if you have the money, come and support your freedom, because the life we are living is a life of slavery. We are in bondage. We are commodities. We are products to these foreigners. We don't even have a say over the umbrella or over the entity called Nigeria when they want to select the next killers for the next 4 years. They have to go to the owner of this foreign umbrella called Nigeria. In number 10, Donny, is it Donny Street? That is Britain.
Downing Street, yes.
Yes, number 10, Downing Street. That is Britain. To seek permission to select the next killer whom they call leader for the next 4 years. And when this next killer is selected, he is going to kill the indigenous people through hunger. He is going to kill the indigenous people through roadblocks that happens to be extortion points. He's going to kill the indigenous people through extortion. He is going to kill the indigenous people through Christian genocide. He is going to kill the indigenous people through terrorism. He is going to kill the indigenous people through jihad. He is going to kill the indigenous people through bad roads, through all manner of evil you can ever think of, through policies that are not people's friendly. And you can't understand that you are in bondage. It means that you are a fool. But a wise will say, what should be my contribution in this our effort to get to freedom? In this our effort to get out of this bondage? In this our effort to get out of this slavery? You know, I was scrolling through X and I saw this, is it Nigerian Super Falcons, I mean, Super whatever they call them. They were going to represent Nigeria in one competition. I don't even know the competition. And a man was really lashing out for them so seriously. You are going to represent a terrorist country, a country that is killing Christians, a country that is killing the civilians, a country that is killing people that went to protest, civilians that carry the flag in NSAS. Very, very foolish truth, because what they are interested in is the dollars they can make on that foreign name, on that foreign identity, on that foreign entity owned by the foreigner, managed by the strangers. They are interested on the dollars they can make from that foreign entity called Nigeria, without minding the number of innocent civilians this entity is killing every day. They don't give a damn about the thousands and millions of lives of blood that have been spilled in this foreign entity, that this foreign entity called Nigeria is killing, is sponsoring their death. They don't care to go and represent so that they can make their dollar. And I am bold to say, shame on you, to those set of you. You are such a disgrace. It would have been better that you were not born. Shame on you. Our people, what are we saying today?
Really shame on them, because those people are really a disgrace. And the worst of it all is that all those people who are going to play the football, majority of them are the same Christians who are being killed. Majority of them are the ones who are victims of that terrorism. Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. Let me just even round off quickly, because the network is terrible here. So unfortunately, this set of youth, they are enjoying good life in Europe. They don't care about their loved ones at home. They don't care about the Christians that are being killed. They don't care about their old fathers and mother, babies, women whose throats are being slit by these Islamic jihadists, by these terrorists. They don't care, but they just want to represent the terrorist country just to make their dollar. That is a very big shame. Awisoko kubawurobo okutenu okena na nokufoma ana rori wogene onwete merok ma vobonana onyu worom lene zedine na awa America afiunufio evaemenanu the president oswa America na analisi Donald Trump na ofiunufio evaemenanu imako makube keremako makube ni evoma ini evoma no ini rinwizi bre ize pani ni manwizi bre ize na isoko kuburo wagbejo iwe gre ega loma evo kiwo utetabono ofrena iwe gre ega loma atebe vo maino owigbo nyowe grema owe kalaba nyowe grema owo igodomigodo edo nyowe grema owijo nyowe grema nyelo enya gukuma nyolo keraro galoma onya gurokuma awona na awigbo awe kalaba awijo awigodomigodo awikwere awidomi bibio ishakiri maikbobi mainievo keme eyeri ma eyeri ovona egona nini mare gona Ibrahim na ini marizo edema jode de wate de mlene edovona ma wisoko marisa balabala ma wisoko marisoka oka eri odovona ya wigbo wisoka ma wisoko marisube odovona wigbo wisube ma wisoko marisiroro odovona wigbo wisiroro ma wisoko mawiserere odovona wigbo wiserere ma wisoko mawisiroro odovona wigbo wisiroro ma wisoko mawiso ogo odovona wigbo wisogo eyeri ma edeke eniovona ma wo visoko na eki o edeki edozie edewo eduje edeke enena ma wo vo isoko na erin awo vo bigbore awo eke awo orie awo afo awo ukwo edeke eniovona so iwe gre aronyaze ategaloma gracifio e grefio udevema o anolelene galoma kre ase nyuma etoma gbe gale bon orene orokuma onye lelene galoma kere magbese mo ogbena ogagana ogagovon maro ho pe na magbese ogagovena keme gwatege ni riwarena misokoti kuma kuburubu kuma kubishekiri kuma kubijo kuma kubigbo kuma kubibibio ikalaba kuma kubo igala kuma kubigede kuma kubika anioma Komakuba akpakioro ma bobi na nini mana bobi wizibre ivena mati komakugbero hon o we grena no we hon mana egbama oresejo gaga mariji
Wow. Wow. This network very bad in Biafra land today. Our brother Rage and Fury, if you can come back and finish your submission. Our people are listening. Our people are listening. It is what it is. Welcome back, brother. You know, the network
Thank you
is
very
bad.
much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's a burobo okenucheno. Keme wate mnoga ruzazo mayuno evoti sope vedinena uzazo irigbo uzazo idibo e mayuno evoti sope vedinena oge na okoma ewuri mana owulu are oforo kuma evoti sope na ma wo ma mi lu ovo ma lu evoti sope na magba igbo ba so ho ma igbo tufia otufio ma ri lu ewo and we bi dubi ni lu ewo na re ma ene ma wo fi ono vi lu ewo na emoma bobi ni skulu lo tono agbipo bere bobe ko ari bere bobe wibo ari bere bobe kalaba ba mina bere bobe abuja ayobe Sokoto ayobe Kano keme avumano be cover bebe abuja bobe Sokoto be kan bobe wibo bozo yan mama boro no vu brota mana e mama boru brota mana ovoro rene kifino ewe gre na anyaze ata koma o denoro de mana dise Nigeria o de Nigeria yo de ma ibe do levre do levre o de na Nigeria na ojo to ma okay maro o de na do levre that is 140 years ago maro o de na dise Nigeria na ko magbejawo magbani o gerawo majo magbani eder mawo magbani o geri ni efu maji won kugbe niwe grero nya za te kuma ojo awi ibona kero dena aro dena rogaluma aro dena simasi igbo aro dena simasi unye aro dena simasi oja okucheno maro ufo mama makobo kugbe ini efu mano ini renwize brain ize ma bobi na ma vona ma bobi ma ini efu ma bobi na ma aziovu makoma kugbe kere ma wo fo mama emen ma waze ni Sokoto kuro ogbe flerin emen ma waze ni no gbe flerin no ti Sokoto buru Igbo Ekalaba Ika Anioma Ijo Ishekiri Igodomigodo Narisedo Evedinina Igala Igede Ibibio Ikwere ma Bobi ma Vona makoma gbekere ma ufo mama ma gbifu ufo mama neva ote Nigeria na ha agbo ma Bobi ka bunye mati won maji won abunye na agboja na bere maji guvre na marejeje woroko emoma wo pana esese maji tano agboti won ma evote Nigeria esese ma wo ati guvre no agbo won ma vote Nigeria ateje woroko esene tiji metano agboti won me vote Nigeria awo ati guvre na agbo won ma vote Nigeria ateje wo esema ti metana agboti won me vote Nigeria esema awo aguvre no akpo won me vote Nigeria atejeje woro.
Wow. That is the reason why we are exiting that evil contraption. A very bad network, porous network, and it's not allowing our brother to speak. Very, very sad. No, Machineke. Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. I really want to commend you. I commend you for your patience. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Isoko Kuburobo, I've sent the message. Let us unite and get our freedom. Because life under Nigeria is a life under slavery forever. That name Nigeria is a slavery. That is slavery to every indigenous person. We cannot keep remaining under Nigeria, because if we keep remaining under Nigeria, they will keep keeping us in slavery. Whenever they vote a new leader for another 4 years, that new leader is not coming to bring better life. Rather, that new leader is coming to take lives under Nigeria. We cannot continue like that. They will take lives with different means, through hunger, through their terrorists in uniform, through their terrorists in rag. This is why we need to rise up. Let us support our freedom. Let us support the Biafra Republic government in exile that is making this happen, that is making the news, both local and international. This is the only government that is speaking for the Biafran people. Let us support the army that is defending our babies, women, and children. Like we all know, there has never been a record of Biafra defense forces going to marketplaces, killing innocent civilians, going to churches, burning down churches. There has never been any record. Rather, the testimony we have heard of them is they prevent terrorists from killing our innocent babies, women, and children. This is the army we need to support. Every arm carrier that is defending innocent babies, women, and children, that is defending innocent civilians. This is the arm carrier. This is the army. This is the police we need to support, not those that kill the innocent civilian. You know, yesterday I listened to your program with Gumi that you were playing that record. I listened to the program later. Many things that Gumi said, I did not agree with him. But when he said that Nigerian army will go and be killing innocent civilians, to a point, I still agree with him to a point because it is happening in Biafra land today. In the name of they are coming to look for Biafra Liberation Army, they are coming to look for Biafra defense forces, and they end up killing innocent youth, killing innocent civilians. So please, let us support the army that doesn't kill innocent babies, women, and children. That is the Biafra defense forces. The time has come. Let us put our front together. Don't be deceived by any group in Madarasa Chamaka Ajarede or Imama Mugu and Choma or what is her name again? Gozi or Abweze and whatever. Those people are just here to confuse you. They are just here to attack the freedom. They don't want you to be free. These are your enemies. Don't be deceived by these people. Work with the government that is making the news. Work with the government that is defending our people here in homeland. That is the Biafra Republic government in exile, which head office is in Baltimore, Maryland, United States of America, whose prime minister is Simon Ekpa, whose acting prime minister is Ogechukwu Kere, whose minister of information is Mazi Soni Akparawa. Any other thing from this is working for Nigeria, is fighting against your freedom. Thank you very much. My name is Regent Fury. Natese Odere Biafra. Natese Odere Rufoma. Natese Odere Biafra. Oriana tese Odere Biafra mere yo. Natese Rio Odere Biafra. Natese Rio Odere Rufoma. Natese Rio Odere Biafra. Oriana tese mere yo. Natese Odere Biafra. Natese Rio Oderu Dede. Natese Odere Biafra. Oriana Jeta Emere Biafra Mere ya. Oriana Jeta Emere Woma Mere ya. Oriana Jeta Emere Foma Mere ya. Oriana Jeta Emeru Zozo Merenya. Oriana Jeta Emere Biafra Mere Ayo. Thank you very much, my brother. I remain Ranger Fury and I yield the mic.
Thank you so. Thank you, Rage and Fury, for that wonderful submission and that rendition as well. We very much appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for always joining our broadcast.
Make mention of must come to support what we are doing. Big guns and little bullets. But I'm very confused. Make mention of you. We need arms and stuff. Yes, yes, we do. So I really need to understand that the best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere in the zoo, police in the zoo, army in the zoo, navy, zoo. Have you ever thought about the effect of what one side? Is it possible for the concern to be objective that will block moon this year? After this year, we are going to be free no matter what happens. Because if we don't get Africa, everyone got to die. As simple as that.
Mention guns, mention issues. If I go to Nigeria and I've already identified and made my no. And I get arrested to fake treason. What are the modalities? You put in place?
What I can say to you is that you can never ever be arrested.
Violent path has
You must come out to support what we are doing. Big guns and little bullets. But I'm very confused. Of you, we need arms and stuff around like that. So I really need to understand that the best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere, in the zoo, police in the zoo, army in the zoo, navy, zoo. About big threats. Of what one way. Is it possible for a concern to be addressed objectively? There will be blood moon this year because after this, no matter what happens, because if we don't get Biafra, everybody will have to die. As simple as that.
If I go to the and I've already identified and made myself known, and I get arrested to fake treason, what animalities you put in place?
What happens that
I'm sorry.
you can never ever be arrested.
The violent path
You must come out to support what we are doing. We need guns and we need bullets.
Confused. Did you mention of you will answer this? No?
Yes, yes, we do.
So I really need to understand
that the best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere in this. the zoo, the zoo. Have you ever thought about the effect of what we're trying to incite? Is it possible for the concern to be addressed objectively? That we brought on this year. Because after this year we are going to be free no matter what happens. Because if we don't get Biafra, everybody will have to die. Simple as that.
And you mentioned guns. Mentioned arms and ammunition. If I go to Nigeria and I've already known, and I get arrested to face treason, what are the modalities you put in place?
What I can say to you is that you can never ever be arrested.
Violent path has failed.
You must come out to support what we are doing. We need guns and we need bullets. But I'm very
confused. Did you make mention of we need arms and stuff?
yes. Yes, we do.
So I need you to understand.
The best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere in the zoo, police in the zoo. The zoo, Navy, zoo. Have you thought about the effect of what we're trying to incite? Is it possible for the concern to be addressed objectively?
That will block this year. After this year, we are going to be free no matter what happens, because we have we have to die. As simple as that.
And you mentioned arms and ammunition. If I go to Nigeria and I've already identified and made myself known, arrested to face treason, what are the modalities you put in place?
What I can say to you is that you can never ever be arrested.
The path has failed.
You must to support what we are doing. We need guns and the bullets.
But I'm very confused. Did you not feel we need arms and not around?
Yes, yes, we do.
So I really need to understand
The best way to defend yourself is to be armed. Because Boko Haram is everywhere, in the zoo, police in the zoo, army in the zoo.
Have you ever thought about the effects of what we're trying to? Is it possible for the concern to be addressed objectively?
There will be blood moon this year, because after this year we are going to be free no matter what happens. Because if we don't get Biafra, everybody will die. As simple as that.
And you mentioned arms and ammunition. If I go to Nigeria and I've already identified myself known, and I get arrested. To face treason. What are the modalities you put in place?
What I can say to you is that you can never ever be arrested.
The violent path has
Take note of this. We all have in it. We have a responsibility to defend and protect of our country. We also have a responsibility to make sure that this country go into the point we continue to ride on deception. Truth is truth, and truth must not be covered for anything. If there is anything that has been brought up, we must see to an end to this reality. There is this issue that is ongoing about the genocide in Nigeria against the Christians of the Middle East. It is, we can't deny it. Before the militants and some of the Islamic militants began to kill some of the houses in Zamfara and other places, we all know that Christian communities were totally displaced, and we have recorded tens of thousands of Christians in the northern Nigeria
Nigeria that have been killed and dignitaries have been taken away. This is genocide. What is the meaning of genocide? I mean, the English definition is there. Genocide means now I want you, except you are an enemy of Nigeria, you know that you're passionate and you're patriotic about the state of this country, then we must share this among ourselves and speak the truth to ourselves and agree with the reality of what is on ground. I have had some of the special assist media and all of that to the president coming out to say there is no genocide in Nigeria. It's a look lie. Just look 'It from in 2025 over 7,000 Christians were killed. In just 20 25 7,080 Christians were killed in 220 days of 2020. Five alone. Daily average Christian are being killed per day. It's Christians per day that are being killed in this country. Another record in 2024, 3,100 Christians were killed. In 2023, 4,118 Christians were killed between the period of October 2022 to September By 2023. From the things that we have, (4,118) Christians were killed. We all know about the Christmas that was coordinated by the Fulani militias on the plateau in 2023. You know that 300 Christians were massacred. So you don't talk about Benue just with in 2023, 500 Christians were killed throughout 2023 in Benue. And you go to this country there. The Christians are not there any longer. They have been displaced. So there is genocide in Nigeria. And so nobody can tell us lies when we know we have lost so much of our brethren. I am in the burial tens of thousands. Of Christians that have been destroyed and killed in this great country. All I encourage the Nigerian state is to rise, whether it is an attack on a Muslim, whether it is an attack on a church. There is genocide going on. And people are being eliminated in their community. And I want to say again, we cannot allow a one-party system in this. It is healthy. Much as we give our support to the and the government to succeed, Nigeria cannot survive on one-party system. And I want to say to all these selfish, self-centered politicians, it is time you rethink your actions. Hormone, you must stop, and you must rise up for this time.
Il 14 giugno nella città di Yelewata nell'area amministrativa locale di Guma nello stato di Benue si è verificato un telemassacro in cui circa 200 persone sono state uccise con estrema crudeltà. La maggior parte degli sfollati interni, ospitati dalla missione cattolica locale. Prego affinché la sicurezza, la giustizia prevalgano in Nigeria. Paese amato, pito da varie forme di violenza. E prego in modo particolare per le comunità cristiane dello Stato di Benue, che incessantemente sono state vittime della violenza. Nella notte tra il 13 e il 14 giugno nella città di Yele, nell'area amministrativa locale di Guma, nello stato di Benue. In Nigeria si è verificato un terribile massacro